My best friend and I were driving home from a friend's party late one evening in early May. It was a beautiful night with a full moon. We were laughing and discussing the party when the engine started to cough and the emergency light went on. We had just reached the railroad crossings where Villemain Road becomes Shane Road. According to the local legend, this was the place where a school bus full of children had stalled on the tracks. Everyone on board of the bus had been killed by an oncoming freight train. The ghosts of the children were reported to haunt this intersection and were said to protect people from danger. Not wanting a repeat of the train crash, I hit the gas pedal, trying to get out of the car safely across the tracks before it broke down completely. But the freaking car wouldn't cooperate. It was stalled dead center on the railroad tracks. As if that weren't enough, the railroad signal started flashing and a bright light appeared a little ways down the track, bearing down fast on my car. I turned the key and hit the gas pedal trying to get the car started. Oh my god, hurry up, Rabion, the train's coming. My best friend urged as if I didn't hear the whistling blowing a warning. I broke out into a sweat and tried the engine again, but nothing. We have to get out, I shouted to her, reaching for the door handle. I can't, she shouted desperately. I was struggling with her seatbelt. We'd been having trouble with it recently. She'd been stuck more than once, and I had to help her get it undone. I threw myself across the stick shift and fought with the seatbelt. My hands were shaking and sweat poured down my body as I felt the rumble of the approaching train. It had seen us and was whistling sharply. I risked a quick glance over my shoulder. The engineer was trying to slow down, but he was too close to stop. Suddenly, the car was given a sharp shove from behind. My best friend and I both gasped, and I fell into her lap as the car started to roll forward, slowly at first, then gaining its speed. The back end cleared the tracks just a second, before the train roared past. As the car rolled to a stop on the far side of the tracks, the engineer stuck his head out the window of the engine and waved a fist at us. Woo! That was so close, she gasped as I struggled upright. How did you get the car moving? I didn't, I said. Someone must have helped us. I jumped out the door on the driver's side of the car and ran back to the tracks to thank our rescuer. In the bright moonlight, I searched the area, looking for the person who had pushed our car out the path of the train. There was no one there. I called out several times, but no one answered. After a few minutes of struggle with her seatbelt, my best friend finally freed herself and joined me. Where is he? She asked. There is no one here, I replied. Maybe he is just shy about being thanked, said my best friend. She raised her voice. Thank you, whoever you are, she called. The wind picked up a little, swirling around us, patting our hair and our shoulders like the soft touch of a child's hand. I shivered and hugged my best friend tightly to me. We had almost died tonight, and I was grateful to be alive. Yes, thank you, I repeated loudly to our mystery rescuer. As we turned back to our stalled vehicle, I pulled out my cell phone, ready to call for a tow truck. Beside me, my best friend stopped suddenly, staring at the back of our car. Rabiana, look, she gasped. I stared at our vehicle. Scattered in several places across the back of my car were several glowing handprints. They were small handprints, like the kind that adorned the walls of elementary schools all over the country. I started shaking as I realized the truth. My car had been pushed off the tracks by the ghosts of the school children killed at this location. The wind swept around us again, and I thought I heard an echo of childish voices whispering as it patted our shoulders and arms. Then the wind died down and the handprints faded from the back of the car. My best friend and I clung together for a moment in terror and delight. Finally, I released her and she got into the car while I called the local garage to come and give us a tow home.